Hi students, so we are discussing the diversity in living organism. So diversity in living organism. In last class we are discussing the Whittaker scientist, the one who divided 5 kingdoms. So Monera, Protista, fungi, Monera, Protista completed, and we also completed planting. So plant is divided into 2 parts. So we already discussed in today's class. We are going to discuss this Animalia, the 5th kingdom. So the one who divided the Whittaker in 1969 5 kingdom, that is the last one is Animalia. Animals kingdom. So in animals kingdom, so it is very big kingdom compared to the plants. So we can see there are so many differences in the animals. So the classification of animals. In classification of animals, we can see again so many subheadings. That is, first one is Porifera. Porifera. It means pore bearings. Pore bearing. Pore is nothing but the holes is present to the entire body of the surface. So if it is time is there, you can click it. Porifera. In the YouTube, you can see a beautiful structure of the sponges. How the sponges will survive in the waters. So the porifera will explain actually what is this porifera. And the second one is Coelenterata. Coelenterata. Also we can call Cnidarians. Cnidarians. Third one is Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. Fourth one, Nematoda. Fourth one is Nematoda. Fifth one is Annelids. Sixth one, arthropods. Sixth one, arthropods. Seventh one, mollusca. Eighth one, Echinodermata. Last one, Protochordata. Protochordata. So, next chordata, vertebrates. We will discuss in next class. So, this 9 classification of animals is very, very important. So, we can expect 4 marks question from here. We can expect 2 marks question. We can expect 1 marks questions. In the fill in the blanks also, we can expect questions from this classification of animals. The first one is Porifera. So porifera is nothing but pores bearings through the entire body of the animals. When you see the cycons, so there is a pores is present. So it's aquatic animals, it's live in the oceans, in the sea waters. So it's a non-motile animals. It will attach to the solid rocks or any solid substances. It's a non-motile animals. They cannot move from one place to the another place. It will fix it to the one solid rocks or solid substances or very deep plants in the waters. So it's a non-motile animals. So to the entire body of this cycon, Example is sponges. So example is cycon. So this example of the cycon, to the entire body of the cycon is belong to sponges. So there is a porous is present. Through this porous, the exchange will take place. So during the sponges, scientists did so many experiments on these sponges. So when the smokes is inserted into their body, to the color smokes, if you pour any color into their body, through the spores it will beautifully come away from the body. So if you observe, so poriferous sponges in the YouTube, put it to YouTube. So type it YouTube. In a sponges, you can see how the structure of this sponges will design. So through the entire body, the sponges is there. The example is cycon. Okay. Next one is Coelenterata or Cnidarians. So the Coelenterata or Cnidarians body is well developed than the Porifera. So we can see they are aquatic animals. These are the Coelenteratas. So there we can see a gastrovascular cavity in their body. A blind sac-like gastrovascular cavity we can see in a Coelenterata. So there is gastrovascular cavity. The nutritions are observed. The excretion will be takes place in their body. So the best example is Hydra and jellyfish. Jellyfish. We also see the sea anemones. The best example of this Coelenterata are sea Cnidarians. So we can see the gastrovascular cavity in their body. This gastrovascular cavity, the nutritions are observed. They excrete the waste materials into the waters. So the best example is Hydra and jellyfish. We can see the Hydra and jellyfish in YouTube. You can see how the structure is there, how it will be designed. So the next one is Platyhelminthes. So this compared to the Porifera Coelenterata, this Platyhelminthes bodies are well developed than the Coelenterata and Porifera. So we can see bilateral symmetry. What is bilateral symmetry? Their body have bilateral symmetry and trypoblast. 3 parts is there in the body. 1, 2, 3 parts. So the best example of this platyhelminth is roundworm. Or liver flax. What is bilateral symmetry? So the body, if the body is there, left half and the right half exactly they are same in structure. If you cut from the center to the bottoms, from the left side half, from the right side half, they are exactly equally divided into 2 parts. For example, human beings also comes under the bilateral. If you cut from center, so right hand, left hand, right leg, left leg, right eye, left eye. So we can see the bilateral animals in the platyhelminthes. They have a trypoblast. So there is a false fluid is there inside the body. Fluid is not there, false coelom is there. Example is roundworm or liver flag. Next one is nematoda. Nematoda body also divided into bilateral symmetry. They have a trypoblast. Their body is into 3 parts, trypoblast. So we can see pseudocoelom in their body. Pseudo is nothing but a false fluid is there in their body. So the example is tapeworm. Tapeworm. Wow. So the platy element is in round structure, it's like roundworm, but the nematode is in a tapeworm. It is in the form of like tape. It's a flat end compared to the roundworm. Roundworm is a round structure. So this tapeworm nematode is a flat end body. They have a bilateral symmetry and they have a trypoblast. There is no fluid is there, fluid is not there, pseudocoelom is there, pseudo is nothing but a false cavity is there. Next one is annelids. Annelids have segmented worms. Segmented worms. What is segmented? For example is, the best example is earthworm. Earthworm have segments in their body. So they have a segment in their body. So this annelids have a segmented body. There is a true fluid is there in the earthworm. True fluid is there in the earthworm. So it's also having a bilaterals and trypoblast. They have a segmented body. True cavity is there in their bodies. So they divide into segments. So what is the speciality of this earthworm? It's a friend of the farmers. Friend of the farmers. So this earthworm have both female parts and male parts. It is also called as hermaphrodites. Hermaphrodites. The next one is arthropods. The largest kingdom in the animal is arthropods. It's having a jointed legs. Jointed legs. Arthropods have a jointed legs. They have open type of circulatory system. What is open type of circulatory system? They do not have a specific blood vessels in their body. The nutrients are directly enter into the cell. They do not have specific blood vessels in the arthropods. This is the largest animals, largest kingdom. There are so many examples there in the arthropods. Prawns, butterflies, cockroaches comes under the arthropods. Houseflies comes under the arthropods. Spiders, scorpions, crabs. There are so many examples is there this arthropods. They have jointed legs, the largest kingdoms in the animals. They have open type of circulatory system. What is open type of circulatory system? The blood, the nutrition directly transported into the blood. They do not have specific blood vessels. Next one is mollusca. Mollusca example is snails. Mollusca also have a trypoblast. So it is also have a open type of circulatory system. Mollusca also having open type of circulatory system. So the blood, the nutrition directly enter into the body parts. The last next one is Echinodermata. The Echinodermata example is sea star or star fish. It's also Echinodermatous, they lives in the sea waters. So what is the specialty of the starfish or echinos? Dermats. Echinoderm is nothing but they having this skin. They have a different structure when compared to the other organisms. So the example is sea star and starfish. They have trypoblast. True fluid is present in their body. So it's when you cut these stars, they have more regeneration capacity. If you cut the stars from all these stars, after a few days, the new stars will grow from their body. Starfish, it has capacity of regeneration capacity. Protochordata. Last one is Protochordata. This protochords are also bilaterals animals. They have a trypoblast. So we can see in the protocardiata is nothing but if they have a string in their body, the string will give support to the animals. They have a string, extra string, like a spinal cord we have. They have string in their body of the structures. The example is Headmonia and Amphioxus. Headmonia and Amphioxus. Headmonia and Amphioxus. Okay. So this is very important. So that's why we will only the explanation of the animal kingdom, classification of animals, and the example. Porifera, they have pore bearings. Example is sponges, Cycon, Cylindrata, Nidirates. They have a gastrovascular cavity. Hydra, jellyfish, and sea animals. Platyhelminthes, they have bilateral symmetry. Tryphoblast, example is roundworms. Nematohelminthes, they have bilateral symmetry. So they have tryphoblast, example is tapeworm, that is round and it is a flattened. Next one is annelids. Annelids have a segmented body, example is earthworms. Arthropods, they are the largest animals kingdoms. They have giant legs, they have open type of circular system. So the best example is, so many examples there, prawns, cockroaches, butterflies, houseflies, spiders, crabs, scorpions. Mollusca, example is snails, Echinodermata, sea star and starfish. Protocardiata, Headmonia and Amphioxus. This is about the classification of animals. Okay students, today homework, read very carefully about all this classification of animals, all the Porifera, Cylindrata, Platyhelminthes, Annelids, Arthropods, Mollusca, Echinodermata, Protocardiata. Write 3 or 4 about this structure of this animals, and compulsory should write the examples, explanation and example. No need to draw the diagrams. Once if you have a time, you can search in the YouTube, you can see the structure of the Porifera, Cylindrata, Platyhelminthes, nematodes. You can observe how they are moving, how they are surviving in the water. Okay, thank you students.